If you want to see how atrocious politics has become these days and how keen some of the politicians are to find a problem where none exists, you need look no further than what Josh Burns, our Jewish Labor Member of Parliament, offered up recently, all with the intention of scoring petty points. In a sign of the times, former federal backbencher Craig Kelly was cancelled for his views on the novel coronavirus therapies. But this was from our Conservative government that supposedly values independent thought and a diversity of views. Kelly has been an advocate for open-mindedness on the COVID regimes using hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin. Certainly 1 year ago, it was wise to be sceptical, but as more and more research was done, evidence mounted that there is indeed a place emerging for hydroxychloroquine in the treatment of COVID-19, albeit in certain circumstances. Kelly was hauled over the coals by the Prime Minister and told he was to cease promoting these protocols. Instead, he resigned from the party. But this story gets more sordid thanks to Josh Burns. Kelly was speaking in Parliament on hydroxychloroquine and referred to the protocol developed by New York Dr Zelenko, who is outwardly frum. Kelly made reference to Zelenko's, quote, long Jewish beard, at which point Burns got up on his high horse and started throwing accusations of stereotyping and anti-Semitism around in the media. Only it was all a huge beat-up, as Kelly and Zelenko have become friends. Zelenko couldn't have cared less about the comment and took no offence from it. Okay, perhaps Kelly could have used the term religious beard, but really? I am Orthodox and don't have a beard, but so what? Is this the best that Burns can do? Find some minor comment made in passing and then try to milk it for all it's worth? Wouldn't he be better off focusing on the real issue, which is that hydroxychloroquine may actually have some use in the treatment of COVID-19, a realisation that the World Health Organization now appears to eventually be recognising? Since this nonsense blew up, Zelenko made a video clip stating how he values and respects Craig Kelly and the Australian people, and repeated that he does in fact have a long Jewish beard. You can watch the full 90-second video, but here is a snippet of what he says. But note that the sound quality isn't great.
The Australian Member of Parliament, Craig Kelly, he's my friend. I admire him and I look up at him for his courage. He is not anti-Semitic at all, and he's a lover of the land of Israel and of the Jewish people. And he is right. I do have a long Jewish beard.
So there you go, Josh Burns. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. The real issue here is the appalling state that politics has descended into these days, with leftist politicians focused not on contributing to making their countries better places, but looking for offence in every corner and then using personal attacks to tear down anyone from the opposite side of politics. It's happening in the USA, it's happening here, and it's happening in every other Western country. Surely it's time to ditch this nasty vindictiveness coming from the political left. It is divisive, polarising, and only fosters everything bad that the left are themselves complaining about. We must demand a higher standard of service from those on the left side of politics. Burns, well, he needs to pull his head in and do some real work for his constituents, rather than trying to score cheap political points. This is Alan Freedman for the Australian Jewish Association.